These are my top 3 holiday makeup mistakes that I want you to avoid so you have a perfect holiday glam every time. The biggest holiday makeup mistake that I see most commonly is not balancing your makeup. For example, going way too bold with your eye makeup, bold with your lip, and then on top of it, throwing on a bold blush that pops too much. Let me show you the right way to do your holiday makeup. Okay, now this is what I want you to do instead. Pair that exact same bright red, super fun festive lip combo with a much lighter eye. You want your makeup to enhance your features. If you have too much drama going on with your eyes, your lips, and then on top of it, you're throwing a bright blush into the mix as well, then your face gets lost into all that makeup and you're not as able to see your beauty shine through. You can see the eye is still fun, it's festive, it's got the shimmer, it's still lined, it's still defined, it still has lashes, but it's not over the top and it's not competing too much with this beautiful lip. What you want to do when you're pairing a red lip with any kind of makeup is let it be the star of the show. It's the best way to wear it in my opinion. And again, I don't like rules with makeup, so if you want to wear a bold eye with a red lip, you absolutely can. But if you're asking me for what's the most flattering way to wear red lipstick, this is always going to be the case. Another tip that I incorporated to just soften this eye makeup look to make sure it wasn't competing with the lips is I switched out that black eyeliner pencil for a dark, dark brown. If you're able to do this and still get that impact, I highly recommend you do because it ends up being a little softer and less competing with that red lip. So the red lip, the star of the show, the focal point of the makeup, which it should be if you want your makeup to look balanced this holiday season. The eyes are like the best supporting actor in this show. Now let's talk about the perfect blush to pair with your holiday red lipstick where you don't make a mistake of an unbalanced holiday makeup look. To avoid that, you want to choose a blush that's more earth tone and base, more neutral by nature, and a little bit softer because you want it to be there and enhance your cheeks, but you don't want it to be a focal point, in my opinion, and you definitely don't want it to be competing with the rest of your makeup. 2 options that I absolutely love this holiday season. One is an old iconic classic. She is a legend. This is Warm Soul from MAC. It's a mineralized blush. In general, mineralized blushes are much more softer in texture and in finish. And then a new favorite is the Fenty Suede blush. This shade in particular, Bacon Cakes. Just remember that when you're shopping for a neutral blush at Sephora or wherever you're shopping, Bacon Cakes is the one to check out. It's that perfect bronzer shade, right? Where it's like a blush, a bronzer. It's like that 2-in-1 kind of color. It's an earth tone. It's subtle. It's going to naturally enhance, but it's not going to compete too much with the rest of your makeup. So let me show you what this one looks like on in comparison to that more poppy pink one that we applied earlier. And you can tell me what you think looks better. Okay, Bacon Cakes first with my N15 brush. Good rule of thumb to make sure you don't have too much on your brush. Tap off the excess and then tap it on. So it's gonna add that beautiful wash of color, that beautiful amount of warmth that is super flattering and very much needed when you're wearing a red lipstick or more of a dramatic eye makeup look. You need to have some warmth back to your complexion, but you don't want it to be too overly saturated of a color. It's soft, it's effortless, it blends in really nicely with the rest of the makeup. But more importantly, it's not stealing the show from anything else, which is exactly what you want. Now let me show you what I don't want you to do, and that is choose a blush that's just too poppy, too neon, too bright, and it's going to compete too much with the rest of your makeup, and it's going to throw off the balance of your holiday makeup look. Now, of course, the undertone is much, much cooler than that one over here, which you'll see right there is also something to note. If you go too contrasting with your undertones in your makeup, the makeup is not going to be cohesive. Now, for example, if you're wearing a blue-based red lipstick this holiday season, you know, the kind that makes your teeth look really white, then you could definitely pair it with a cool tone blush, just like this one. I would still suggest going a lot less intense with your application and just doing a soft wash. So this is the side that I definitely recommend for your holiday makeup look to keep your makeup nice and soft and balanced. It has a nice and neutral undertone, as you could see. It's not competing, it's a perfect complement. She's there, but she's still subtle and she's not taking the focus away from the eyes or the lips. This side, on the other hand, it's competing. It's wanting to compete with the lip and it's throwing off the balance of our holiday makeup look. So this would be the don't, and this is what I want you to avoid this holiday season. And instead, I want you to opt for a really nice, soft, neutral, and more subtle in tone blush like this one right here. Okay, just like choosing the wrong blush to go with your red lipstick, another holiday makeup mistake that I want you to avoid is choosing the wrong red lipstick formula. Underrated, not talked about enough. I'm going to dive into it because this is really important to not mess up your holiday red lipstick by choosing the wrong formula for you. Now, what I mean by this is not choosing the right formula for what you're doing. So if you have a long holiday event, a long string of holiday events, let's say you're going to 2 office parties. Let's say you're going to an office party, then a dinner. Let's say you're doing dinner, then a holiday party after that. Either way, if you need your holiday red lipstick to actually last and not get all over the place and be all messy and on your teeth, then I have so many tips and tricks for you. Mistake number one when choosing the holiday red lipstick for you is choosing the wrong formula and going too glossy and not pairing it with a lip liner. That is a recipe for disaster. Some of the worst things to experience when you're wearing a red lipstick in public is feathering of the color, like when it starts to bleed into all the fine lines and nooks and crannies of our lip line. Not a good look when it gets on your teeth and no one tells you, and also just very embarrassing. There's nothing worse than checking the mirror and seeing that you have lipstick all over your teeth because you didn't choose the right formula that was going to stay put. Mistake number three is not lining your lips before you wear a red lipstick. This is absolutely crucial to having a solid, beautiful red lipstick this holiday season. So first things first, let me show you the don't. So choosing a glossy red formula and not lining your lips, that is the biggest mistake I see, period. Another reason why this is a big mistake is you're not gonna be able to get a straight, precise, clean, sharp line with your red lipstick if you're just choosing a glossy formula and not pairing it with a lip liner. That is a huge, huge mistake and a big, big no-no because that lipstick, as we're wearing it and talking, which of course we talk and we have a ton of movement in this area, it is gonna start to feather and bleed into all the fine lines. You see that? And you don't want to be that red lipstick wearer. Nobody does. Another red lipstick mistake. Applying it. Okay, you're applying it all over. And going too far in the inside. Now what this does is get all over your teeth. So one of the most old school tricks as a makeup artist is you take a tissue, okay? And that's what you should do right before you leave your house if you're wearing a red lipstick and you don't want to have it on your teeth. Take the tissue, take off all that excess that was once gonna get on your teeth. Now, you're good to go. All right, are you ready for the do? This is how I want you to do your holiday red lipstick so you can look like a pro, so it lasts all day, so it doesn't get in your teeth, doesn't feather, doesn't bleed, and so it looks pristine all night. First things first, a lip liner. I beg you, do not skip a lip liner. It does not have to be red, and actually I am one of the biggest fans of not pairing a red lipstick with a classic red lip liner. I'm gonna show you this just for demonstration purposes, but I want to share with you really quickly an alternative to a red lip liner that is equally stunning, flattering. It's one of my favorites for a long time. It's Truly Truffle from Fashion Fair. It's more earthy, it's magic with a red lip. But again, for demonstrations, we're gonna use the classic Makeup Forever full red lip liner. It's just an iconic red lip liner. And you're gonna start by lining your lips, okay? So take your lip liner. Subtle little tip to throw in is gently smile in the mirror. That creates a nice smooth canvas for your lip liner to just glide on. Another thing to point out, also important for a red lip, don't go too far outside your lip line. You will end up looking a little too clownish. You definitely want to avoid that with a red lip. So keep it to your actual lip line. Now, if you make a mistake, don't sweat it. It's okay. Take a little bit of concealer on a flat brush, and I'm talking a tiny bit of concealer. This is an Angie A505 brush. I love this brush for cleaning up. And you're just going to clean up any edges and then pull it down to blend it out. Now, you're not done lip lining. Just because you got that line done initially doesn't mean you shouldn't fill in the rest of your lip, at least somewhat. This is one of my all-time favorite tricks for longevity with any kind of lipstick, but especially a red. Take that same lip liner, lay it on the side, and drag it across to deposit a really thin, sheer layer of liner, and this is gonna act like your lip base. Same thing, shade it in. This is a completely underrated step in my opinion, but absolutely a game changer if you want a stunning, budge-proof red lip. Step number 2 to keep your red lipstick on all throughout your holiday parties and your holiday festivities, take a tiny bit of translucent powder on a small brush, pat it on, and you have just locked in your lip liner for the rest of the night. Now we're almost to the finish line of creating the perfect holiday red lipstick and not making any of those holiday mistakes. Choosing the right lipstick formula. I have many options. 2 are my favorite, 2 are not so my favorite. These colors were so beautiful on, trust me, but they're not gonna give you the longevity as the other 2 lipsticks I'm gonna share with you in a second. This one from Fenty is a super high shine. It's stunning, it's gorgeous, but it's not gonna give you the longevity for a holiday night out. The YSL, also beautiful. Still a little too on the glossy side. It's not going to be as budge proof as the rest of these formulas, so these are beautiful. However, if you want your red lipstick to last all night, these 2 formulas are superb. I'm not going to apply this one, but I want to share it because it's a beautiful formula and a really beautiful red. This is the shade Devoted from Tom Ford. It's a stunning deep red, but more importantly, it's a liquid to matte lipstick, so it's going to dry down and be virtually budge proof. So an amazing option if you want the utmost longevity with your red lipstick for the holiday season. And another personal favorite of mine, it's classic, it's iconic, it's a matte MAC lipstick. This is in the shade Chili. This is what I'm going to be applying on top of my lip liner. Now, since this is a matte lipstick, you know the drill. It's just going to last much longer than a glossy formula. By nature, this is just what they're going to do. They're going to stay put. They're not going to feather. They're not going to run. They're not going to smear. They're going to just be perfect. So Chili lipstick on top. It's going to glide right on top of that lip liner, even though we powdered it. Since it's such a small amount of powder, it's not going to feel dry. You won't even know it's there. One last time, just to be super safe. And that is how you get the perfect holiday red lipstick. Those are my top 3 holiday makeup mistakes I want you to avoid this holiday season. If you found this video helpful, I hope you did. Leave me a comment, let me know what you thought. If you've made any of these mistakes before, don't worry about it. We all have, we're all human. This video is just meant to help you out this holiday season. So happy holidays, and I hope you enjoy your holiday parties with a much more balanced makeup look.